Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. So you've done this before. Don't need to explain a lot to you. Just don't forget, it is non-exact science. Sometimes you got to think outside the box. They're not going to give me all the details. We just communicate the best way we can. So some people have been going back and rewatching these, like giving it a few days and then watching it again, and you'll pick up a few more little things that you missed. So it's their show. I let them do. They tell us what we need to know, not always what we want to know. So they know best. They know more than I do, and that doesn't take much. So we're going to talk to Grandpa. Okay. Grandpa's coming in wearing a pair of overalls. Denim overalls. Yeah, he doesn't seem to be the kind that wore overalls. But that's what he's got on right now. Maybe there's a reason for it. I don't know if you were. I don't look at anybody's Facebook page because it messes up my mind. Well, I don't know if you wear them or why he's wearing them. They don't always tell me. I'm over here really, really close. And it's like I feel like he's pushing on me. He's pushing on me, but I can really feel it like down in here on my side. So you kind of feel like there's like something just kind of pushing on you. And it may not feel like a body pushing on you, but I basically feel it down in here. But I feel like he's pushing on me. So if you kind of feel like you need to lean to the left, I know some of these videos that I do, they look backwards. He's doing this for a reason. There's always a reason. So, okay. I asked him about your trip and if it was a good idea, and he goes, yes, yes. He says, it's an adventure. An adventure, there's always something to learn. He says to watch for the little things. There's going to be a lot of little things that you might just, I don't know if he's going to tell me anything in particular, but, you know, he's pushing on me again. But anyway, there'll be a lot of little things, and you'll just kind of go on about, you know, while you're on your trip. But he says, pay attention to the little things, and I'm not sure why. He's not saying why, but there's a reason for it, I promise. And he stopped. He stopped and he picked a flower. Oh, you see, when they get close, they make my head itch like I have head lice. look like I have creepy crawlers. Their energy makes me all itchy. Anyway, he bent over and he picked a flower. He wants you to stop and smell the flowers along the way. So it's still the little things. There's going to be some little simple things that are going to be immensely important for you. So don't overlook them. He said, take a trip and never leave the farm. He's not saying anything. Hang on. Okay, so I asked him what it's like where he's at. Now, I have asked them before, and I'll just tell you from my experience, we're only allowed to see and go so far, the ones that are here, to see what's actually up there. Don't know why it's a secret. There's just, he says, because more people will want to go there before it's their time. But I've been led up to a city that looked like it had a wall around it, but it looked like it was made of gold. Now that could have just been the vision that they wanted me to see, but I was not allowed to go any further. So I've been up high enough, close enough, where I can actually hear the angels singing, hear the harps, which is the way we envision it. And it's just like a lot of people that have died and come back, and people that have been that close to it. It's music that you cannot describe. It's the feeling of love that you cannot describe, because we do not have that here on earth. The bright and the sparkling and so they're not going to allow us to go that far, at least as far as in my experience. But Grandpa says he's laying in a hammock tied to 2 trees. Looks like in a backyard. He's got him a tall glass. I don't know if it's alcohol or anything in it. I can't tell. It's got a little umbrella on it, little foo-foo umbrella with a big straw. There's fruit floating in it. I don't know if he ever drank anything like that, but he is now. He's somewhere off in the distance. There's soft music, kind of lilting. It's not angel music, but it's just, I don't think it is anyway. It's kind of like a radio off in the distance. And he's showing the bird in the tree, and it's singing and chirping. He's really kicked back and relaxed, got a big smile on his face, and there's a big dog laying underneath, and it looks like a collie. It looks like a collie dog, or at least similar. It may not be full-blooded, but it's laying there all curled up under the hammock. So somebody had a dog like that, and you may not even know about it, but he's wanting somebody to know that he has this dog with him. And they're both laid down, kicked back, all comfy. He says for now, that's basically what his day consists of. Resting, relaxing, getting rid of the crap from Earth. And what they have shown me is when we get up there, and it doesn't matter how bad a person you are, you still go there. And the angels and the guides and whoever, they kind of peel you like an onion. They strip off all these layers from Earth, all the hate and the anger and the resentments and, you know, all the negative, heavy, that weigh you down stuff from Earth, so that your spirit ends up being clean and bright and loving, and the vibration is much higher. Free. He said free. He says so right now he's been through that process, and now he's in the kind of rest and rejuvenate process. I don't know how long he's been gone. They have no time up there. There's no clocks. There's no time. Our hour, week, whatever here, be like that up there. Hearing chimes. Not chimes like wind chimes hanging on my deck. Not that kind of chime. It's more like a xylophone, and he's kind of holding one up, and you take the little mallet thing with the ball on the end, and ding, 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 ding. Oh gosh, I can't even carry a tune of a chime. You don't want me to try to sing, I promise you. So you're going to hear, it's not like a church bell ringing. Yeah, yeah, it's like a xylophone thing. It's not, yeah, it's not a bell, it's not a wind chime. So that noise, just keep that sound in mind, and you're going to hear that, and you'll hear it in your house, outside, in your car, in the store, doesn't matter. Or you might see a xylophone in a movie, or walking through the store, or whatever, or on Facebook. And okay, and you don't always hear it with these ears. We have telepathic ears up here that we do hear things with. I have actually talked to a real life person face to face telepathically, and wouldn't have believed it if we hadn't been taping it, because it was just like talking to her with my mouth. But she is special. So I don't know why he's pulling my head. Pulling my head this way. What am I supposed to do? Whatever he says. He wants to see you happy, and he's going back to the simple, basic things in life that people take for granted. He's, I think he's gonna stress this the whole reading. It's okay. It it's like I was looking for a couple pictures the other day, so I had to go through. I've got thousands and thousands of pictures, so I was going through all these pictures trying to find the ones that I wanted. And I got to looking at all the things I've done, all the places I've been, all the people that have hugged me and loved me. And you know how you get to feeling like, oh shit, nobody loves me, and my life is just crap. And especially with all this stuff going on right now, and everybody's so dark and dingy and angry. And I got to looking at all those pictures, and I go, wow, I've had an awesome freaking life. I really have. I am so blessed. So blessed that I got to go to these barbecues and this bonfire and that NASCAR race, and had these people around me that love me. That's what he's wanting you to get at. The little simple things in life, not the big, gotta have that almighty dollar, and let's put our nose to the grindstone. And you miss all of that stuff. So you go back and look at it. And then there's so many other things you could have smelled the flowers along the way, but you were too busy uh, going for some big dollar goal. That's what, right, right, okay. He says you're perfect just the way you are. Don't don't ever feel guilty for sitting down in the yard and picking a flower and smelling it. So it's going back to that basics of life. Back to the simple stuff. Don't feel guilty for taking a break and breathing. Go have your adventure. You might not ever get the chance again. He loves you. He's very proud of you. He keeps an eye on you. Oh, he told me to go back to the chime. Back to the little chime thing. Whenever you hear that, make sure you tell him you love him, validating, um, ask him to bring you more, give him permission to bring you more, let him know that you know that that's a sign from him. It's really important. And if you want more, tell him. I promise you 1,000% he can hear you and see you. They are around us way more than you realize. They just, a lot of times, will just stay back and just observe or cut around, or and why he thinks this is important. Sometimes they'll nudge people because they think that you need that person, and all of a sudden the phone will ring, and out of the blue somebody will be calling you because they nudge them. They know that they are right for your next step in your path. He's talking about an aunt being with him. Could be your aunt, but I think he's talking about his aunt. Whoever this aunt was, she was a homemaker and a very, very loving person. Very sweet, very loving. And he wants you to know that she's with him. My head itch back here, and I don't know if that's for you or for me, because they always make my head itch. They'll do things to me, but it's for you. I'm rambling. Hang on, see where he's going. He just got this very strong presence, and now he's back here, and it's like that big bubble is pushing, pushing, pushing. He's not actually pushing me, but he's making his presence so close and so known. So when you start feeling like you're kind of being pushed over a little bit, it's just very, very slight. And I'm not sure how you'll feel it because everybody feels it different. Know that's him. Acknowledge him. Let him know that you know that's him. Tell him you love him. And it's up to you to ask him if you want more. Okay, I think he's going to be all about the lectures today. He said, "Isn't the weather beautiful?" And I said, "No, it's not, because it's pouring down rain all night, all morning. It's cloudy." He says, "No, listen." He's going back to your base. He's really stressing this. The birds are singing. The trees got water. The grass got water. The flowers are happy. The birds are happier than heck. Even on the cloudy days, there's something to be grateful for. There's awesome, beautiful little things out there. And the birds are just singing up a storm at my house. He says, "Do not be afraid of the virus." Now, I preach that, so that's not coming from me, though. And I don't like to give any kind of medical advice of any type, and that kind of leans in there. But he said it, so I don't know what that means for you. Hang on, I don't know what he's doing. He's trying to show me something, but it's not quite clear enough. He says to take care of Grandma. Do you still have a grandma that's here? Still here? And it doesn't have to be a blood grandma. It could be just somebody that has that feeling, relationship type feeling like you would feel with a grandma. He says take good care of her. She's lonely. Take her some flowers. Or send them, whatever. She will know. So I don't know if you have a grandma maybe that has Alzheimer's or something. They still know. Even though it doesn't appear like it, they know. He looks like he's in your house. First I thought he was in the kitchen, and then I'm not sure he's in the kitchen. It doesn't, but he's got a dustpan, and he's cleaning up. Looks like maybe broken glass or something. So I don't know if you recently broke a glass or something glass, broke something inside your home and had to clean it up, or you're about to. So he's acknowledging that he knows that. You're going to smell some kind of smoke, some kind of, no, pipe tobacco, cigar. It doesn't seem to be cigarette. It could be cigarette, but I think it's a little bit different. You'll get a whiff of it every so often. You don't have to be in your house. You can be in your car, store, outside, doesn't matter. There's another sign from him. Make sure you validate him. Tell him you love him and ask him to bring you more. See, this is why I leave the show up to them, because they know what you need to hear. He's going back to surrender to the fact that you are an awesome person. You need to surrender to that. Actually surrender to it. There's a whole difference in going, yeah, okay, I know I'm okay, or actually surrendering and totally believing that you're an awesome person, but not in an ego way. There's a difference. Just knowing for yourself. He says something about love of your life. Love of your life. He's not saying if you have the love of your life or it's coming. He's just throwing stuff out now. He's doing a little tap dance. He's doing a little tap dance. He wants you to know he's happy and bright and light and healthy. He says, and always watching out for you. Now he's taking his finger and he's going like this on my head. And I can actually feel that going down through my hair. So you will feel something that feels like a little bit of pressure in one spot. Sometimes it feels like a bug there. Sometimes you can actually feel like something pushing. Now he's making me itch because he's close. Sometimes they get so strong when I'm not paying attention that it actually feels like pins sticking me, and I go, hey, all right, you got my attention, back off. And you can tell them if it hurts. Sometimes I think they don't realize it, and sometimes they do it on purpose because hey, we want your attention. And when that happens, kind of look around you or listen, or like if the TV or the radio's on or something, what words are on there at that exact moment, or what do you see at that exact moment, or right. Usually there'll be something at that exact moment, or you might be upset and down in the dumps, and they're getting your attention by going, hey, I'm here to brighten your day. He's not giving me a lot of validations. I hope you got a lot of validations in your last reading so you know for sure that this is him. It's his show. I'm so lucky to have chosen you to be in my life. You are an awesome young man. You fiddled around a lot when you were younger. I don't know what he means about, I don't know what he's talking about, fiddle. You fiddled around a lot when you were younger. I think he thought you were going to be mamby-pamby. But he's very proud of you. You have a big heart. Don't let anybody harden that. I'm trying to get him to give me some validations. He's not doing it. I can't twist his arm. Okay, so as I'm asking him, give us some validations, he stood up and he just got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. I mean, he got really tall and really immense. Not like an obese person, but just his whole stature. And that is what he wants you to call on him for, his strength. So when you feel weak, and everybody has weak moments, call on him. You would be amazed at what they can do for you. But you have to ask, and then you have to allow for what they send you, for what you're supposed to receive. When you feel a little weak, call on him for strength. He'll be awesome at it. You'll feel the energy whether you realize it or not. Yeah. So he's showing he's shown putting his hand on top of your shoulder. So when you feel that, it'll feel like just slight little pressure, probably. It can feel like more, or it could feel like just a hot spot, or it can be like bug crawling that you can't get off, or tingling like goosebumps, just where he's putting the palm of his hand to reassure you and let you know that he's there, and I'm muttering again, and some of his immense strength will then kind of lift you up, support you, make you feel stronger. And he's mentioning the green, green grass of home. The green, green grass of home. Don't know why. Now he's singing Old Rugged Cross. On a hill far away stood an old rugged cross. Don't know that this is one of his favorite songs. It's probably the first time I've heard one of them sing it. So go Google the words to Old Rugged Cross. There'll be a message in there for you. He says, keep the faith. He's not talking about church or religion, faith. Keep the faith. Stand strong in your convictions. Not like a butthead, just strong. And then he goes like this, and as he's doing this, it's like dirt is falling off of his hands and falling to the ground, like he's brushing the dirt off of his hands. He says, brush the dirt off your hands and let that shit go. Let it go back to Mother Earth. Let it go. So whatever mistakes you might have made, anything like that, you've got to let it go. You've got to. Because it'll hold you like a ball and chain, and it'll always hold you back. So brush it off. It's a lesson to be learned. Let it go and move on. I love you, son. And he called you son, not grandson. I kind of watched you and probably didn't tell you enough how much I respected you. He's kind of halting his words, so I get them. You are a gem, G-E-M. Don't let anybody tell you different. That he's taking off, like, boom, he's taking off. So keep all those little simple messages from him in mind and watch for those signs. He's going to let you know that he's there. He is. He's always pushing on you. He's not pushing you from the back, like shoving you forward. He's pushing on you to give you strength, support you. Allow him to do that. You have to allow him, because we have free will choice, and they can bring us the best stuff in the world, and we can go, no, I don't want it. That's our free will choice. There's nothing they can do about that. My guides are always up there going, oh, Rhonda's doing it again. Why? Okay, much love to you, my dear. He's pretty much already at the end, walking away. He says, I do love you. He turned around for a second and says, I do love you. Don't doubt that. Don't forget it. All right. Much love to you. I'll get your other one done. I may not get it done today. Anyway, See you later. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. See ya.